Isn't that fascinating? Donald Trump is launching an official meme coin, and of course that token is going up because there's a lot of potential buyers, but at the same time crypto as a whole is not going up. It seems like the Trump token is sucking up a lot of the altcoin liquidity. Now, I've published a video on the Trump token early on this channel, and surprise surprise, that video outperformed the average video. It got 6.3 times more views, and just have a look at what kind of impact that had on the hourly statistics, right? Donald Trump is really making crypto great again. Or is he? Obviously now the token is pumping, but the issue with a lot of tokens that go up fast is that they can also potentially go down. Now the question is, how much more upside is there? What's the risk to reward here? Does it still make sense to buy Trump right now? CoffeeZilla has already made a video how the Trump coin is really bad. And of course, the main critique was the tokenomics, as in the supply is growing over time. The team has more than 80% of the tokens, and so they can sell into the rally, they can make money, and they're already doing so. Have a look at this. The Trump team has so far sold 500 million worth of the token. And they're not just selling supply, they also provide liquidity on chain, and that made 58 million in trading fees. What are they doing with those gains? They are buying Solana. And so here is the Solana dominance, as in how much of all of crypto is currently in Solana. This is a long-term chart starting in April of 2020. And it seems like just based on this chart, the air might be getting somewhat thin. But let's look at the Trump token. Again, when I first talked about Trump, we are still early. We were at $13. Since then, a lot has happened. We are now close to $60. We are up more than 350%. And so I always try to be early on this channel, right? Crypto is all about timing. It's about being earlier than most. So if you don't want to miss out next time, feel free to subscribe over here. I publish videos regularly on all kinds of tokens that have got some upside. Now, the regulatory landscape for crypto is clearly changing. First, the SEC head, Gary Gensler, got fired. He was very much anti-crypto. Now we've got the launch of the Trump meme coin. The issue is always what will happen once the Trump token does not rise anymore, once there are not enough more buyers. Because obviously we now just see a lot of money flowing into crypto that normally does not invest in crypto. At some point this demand will dry out, and then the people that made a lot of profit, they will take the profit, potentially depressing the price. And then the question is, will Trump have to defend himself? Will he potentially even become anti-crypto, right? Let's go with the bearish case. Let's say Trump token suddenly drops by, say, 70%, right? It pumps further and further and further, then it drops 70 or 80% a month from now, who knows? Will there be potentially some change in thinking for Donald Trump? Right now, everyone is bullish. According to Polymarket, there's now a 64% that Bitcoin will become part of the US National Reserve by end of the year. Now, the Trump token already has a lot of holders. On chain, we've got almost 700,000 wallets that hold some kind of amount of Trump. And there's even been a short squeeze of the mega Trump token. Initially, when Trump launched, right, the official Trump token, this token here went down because people sold this for the new Trump. But it seems like enough people have shorted mega Trump at that point. And then the market makers just buy up a lot of the token, short squeezing the people that shorted the token, they have to buy back in because they don't have enough collateral anymore for that position. And so at some point, probably mega Trump will reverse again. Short squeezes normally do see a reversal, but currently the music is still playing. Let's have a look at those 700,000 holders in more detail, because not all of them hold hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? A lot of them just hold a few cents. Let's disregard the 80% that don't move, that get unlocked over time. And let's also have a look at the mega Trump token. So there are two analyses in this video. We're looking at on-chain metrics for two tokens. The first one is mega Trump on Ethereum, the very old OG token. And then we're going to look at the newly launched official Trump token on Solana. So here is mega Trump. On the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 30 tokens. So at the current price, it's roughly $1,000. In the middle, that's $10,000. On the right, that's $100,000. We can clearly see how the recent short squeeze attracted a lot of people buying into the token again. But at the same time, the whales rather tend to sell or take advantage of the rally, or potentially move their tokens to the centralized exchanges. So there's clearly whales dumping on retail for mega Trump. And I'm personally a fan of rather following following what the smart money is doing, right? The people that have most money in a certain token. We can see how the short squeeze in Mega Trump attracted a lot of new users as well. Today, there's 55% new users versus only 44% returning users. But this will come back down again. And once it does, Mega Trump will deflate. A short squeeze doesn't last forever because the gains are being made when people get liquidated. But probably the majority that's watching this video is not really interested in the Mega Trump token, but more in the official Trump token, right? This is where now most capital is moving. How much more upside potential is there? On the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 20 official Trump tokens. So since the Trump token is now at roughly $50, that's worth $1,000. In the middle, that's $10,000. On the right, it's $100,000. We can clearly see how the growth has slowed down recently. People are taking profit. However, the rally is continuing. Why? I think this is the answer. More and more of the supply gets bought up by the wallets that have more than $100,000 worth of the token. There's now only 0.6% of the supply in wallets that have less than $100,000. In other words, the whales and the market makers, etc., they buy up everything. Even the number of whales went up. And so this is probably leverage stacked on top of leverage stacked on top of more leverage. And then the question is, at what point in time and how violently will this go around? Now, we are currently in an expanding market. There's money flowing in from traditional finance into crypto. We can see this in the stablecoin market cap. I like this chart quite a lot because it has very little volatility and it shows us very clearly if we are currently contracting and we should be betting on falling prices, or if we are expanding and money is flowing into crypto and we should be betting on rising prices. Since October of 2023, the circulating stable supply has grown by 62%. We are now at $188 billion. When you're sending your hard-earned fiat to Binance, Binance then sends this over to a stablecoin issuer that takes custody of the funds and that then afterwards issues the tokens on the blockchain. And we can see the issuance here in the chart. The thing is though that returns are now very much asymmetric. We can't anymore just buy 100 different altcoins and hope to outperform Bitcoin with that. Have a look at the top performing categories in the last 7 days. It's Memecoin related, it's the Pump.fun ecosystem, it's AI. So unless your portfolio has nothing but AI and meme coins, you're likely underperforming just plain and simply holding Bitcoin. Here is what didn't perform that well. Privacy coins, real world asset protocols, bridge tokens, proof of work tokens, lending and borrowing protocols. And why did those tokens perform worse than say the meme coins and the AI agents? It's because of tokenomics. Everybody got burnt after the DeFi summer because of token unlocks, right? Venture capitalists sold all their allocations. And so when we're speculating with a lot of risk anyways, when we buy all of those altcoins and we want to get the upside, why not simply play fairly player versus player? This is, I believe, why AI and why the meme coins are doing that well. Here, have a look at this, right? This is the tokenomics of the balancer token. This is how much the balancer supply increased over time. Within the span of 4 to 5 years, the supply more than 3x'd. And that then means that the token has to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Over here, this is the balance price relative to Ethereum. So not to the US dollar, because when Ethereum and when Bitcoin goes up, then of course Balancer goes up as well, but it's always about relative performance. Do we get more performance by taking on more risk compared to just buying Bitcoin? And for most tokens, unfortunately, the answer is no. We don't see that outperformance, right? Balancer versus ETH did very, very poorly. And that is why people now get into meme coins, etc. Because the supply is not expanding. We do not see an underperformance of literally 99%. What performed best in the last 7 days? SPX 6900 and Fartcoin. Both are meme coins. SPX 6900 is now at $1.53. Fartcoin is at $1.34. And it's always about being early. Now, how fair is meme coin trading? It's 100% player versus player, but at least it's not venture capitalists or insiders or team versus player. But player versus player in the end still means that the player that has most information and that has most skills tends to make most money. So simply just gambling on altcoins isn't going to cut it. It's about getting the right info. And so have a look at SPX 16900. There are several alerts here, and Kyle Chessy bought the token at 47 cents. Again, now we are more than 3x that value. Or have a look at Fartcoin. Kyle Chessy bought at 4.5 cents. And he's not buying small amounts, right? He's buying 20K over here. Those 4 to 5 cents turned into $1.34. So that's a 25x from here, right? If you make bets like this, it's okay if half of the bets, if even 3/4 of the bets go down. It's really an approach comparable to what the professionals are doing, right? It's buying a lot of small things, but only buying a lot of things where there's a lot of upside. You don't want to buy a lot of large altcoins. You want to buy a lot of small ones, and you want to only buy the things where the insiders have some knowledge. So I've talked about Kyle Chessy now twice in this video. Here is his YouTube channel. He's got 141,000 subscribers. And the reason why we've got these kind of alerts is because we track his wallets. We've got 12 of Kyle Chessy's wallets in total. Have a look at this. This is Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. And here's the thing with crypto. There isn't a lot of regulation, right? A lot of people simply buy a token and then afterwards promote it on YouTube. And so when a channel with 1.1 million subscribers talks about a token, of course this generates attention. Of course attention leads to purchases, and of course purchases lead to rising prices. And we've got 33 of Crypto Banter's wallets. We know when they are buying and selling. But check this out. Alex Becker's channel, 1.55 million subscribers, even more. We've got 12 of his wallets. Making money in crypto, I believe, is all about buying with the anticipation that more people will buy afterwards. Now, if influencers buy something and they talk about something, it's likely that there will be a lot of purchases afterwards, right? Depending on how large the token is, of course, and how large the following of the influencer is. If Alex Becker is talking about Bitcoin going up, it's very unlikely that that's going to move the needle. But if Kyle Chessy is buying Fartcoin for 4 cents, then this might move the needle. Now, I like this strategy that much that I made a dedicated tutorial section just on this topic. How can we find influencer wallets? How can we track influencer wallets? And how can we interpret the signals that we get from the tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Feel free to check it out. It's thebitcointrader.com. Premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about risk mitigation. It's also about on-chain analytics. There's more than 100 tutorial videos in total in premium. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't learn anything, etc., just message me within the first 7 days and I refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. Now, to figure out how high can the Trump token go, we have to compare market caps. We have to look at other meme coins. How high are they? What are their market valuations? And then we can derive from that a potential price target. Now have a look at this overview. This is the top meme coins across all of crypto, and official Trump is now at number 3. It's got a market cap of 13 billion, and with a 4x from here it would become number 1 and it would beat Dogecoin. There is a difference though. The circulating supply again is only 20%. A lot of this hasn't yet unlocked. And so this artificially inflates the market cap by 5x, right? When all of the tokens are already circulating, as for Dogecoin, for example, then you need a lot of money to move the token. But when 80% are still locked up and they are not yet in circulation, you don't need that much money to move the price. So imagine you issue a cryptocurrency and you make, say, 1 trillion tokens. And then you only make 10 of those tokens circulating and you buy up those 10 tokens for $100. So every token is now worth $10. Now what that means is that the market cap becomes 10 trillion. So the more tokens aren't accessible, the more the market cap can be manipulated in either direction. And so there is a real chance that Trump could flip Dogecoin. Because again, if the purchasing happens fast enough, it would, even after a 5x, still just be 1/5 of the size of Dogecoin. Because again, 80% isn't circulating. And so here's probably what's going to happen. Over time, more and more tokens will get into the hands of the market makers and into the hands of the centralized exchanges. The very first video that was made on this channel talked exactly about this. At that time, there was zero trading on the centralized exchanges. But now they are entering. We've got BitGet, we've got MEXC, we've got Kraken as well. And Coinbase isn't even shown here. Coinbase also listed the token. What is moving the price though, and this is what I mean with leverage, is the perpetual futures market. There has been 22 billion worth of trading volume on the Binance perpetual futures market in the last 24 hours alone. The centralized exchanges are printing money with those bets on the price. And because of that, they will buy up more and more of the supply, despite the unlocks. That really doesn't matter. What really matters is the attention. It's the trading volume. If the trading volume is high enough, then the unlocks won't really hurt that much. And so is there a chance that we see a $100 Trump token, maybe even $200? Yes, I think there is the chance. But probably at that point, right? Once it flips officially Dogecoin, then even retail is probably going to become more cautious. Comparing market caps is a pretty common strategy. And once the Trump token is at number 1 within all of the meme coins, then the question really is how much higher can it go? And when you're then already up as a retail investor by 3, 4, 5x, then probably at least partially some of the profit will be taken. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.